The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. I got a camera now? Yes, I do. Good morning, afternoon, evening. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for the 28th day of March, 2024. We're playing the games of June 4th, 1988, my mommy's birthday. Isn't that nice? The weird thing is, I passed whatever age I know how old she was on this day. It's been a long time since I was that old, which just makes me all the older. Anyway, we are at Dodger Stadium for the last of our first versus second games of the week. The Dodgers are hosting the Reds. The Reds are 3.5 games up on LA as we start play on a Chamber of Commerce, Southern California day. Almost makes you want to put money into Bank of America or your local Wells Fargo. And it's wagon coming down the street. Not only is it the Reds and the Dodgers, game 50 for the Dodgers, game 53 for the Reds, you get Oral Hershiser on the hill for Los Angeles. He is 6-3 with an earned run average of just under 3. The Reds are going to counter with Ron Robinson, looking for his 4th win of the year, and his earned run average is just under 4. The Reds, as we get into June, really are a surprise in how strong they are. They are a good team except for catcher offensively. And defensively, they're still pretty good. The Dodgers are the Dodgers, and they really were a MacGyver-type team. Kirk Gibson and Tommy Lasorda and, of course, Hershiser, the latter half of the year, put it all together. So let's close out this week in our replay with what should be a dandy. We've had a couple of good ones this week already. Let's do it now. It's the Reds and the Dodgers from L.A. next. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 88. Today, from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California, it's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Cincinnati Reds. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so you can see it is Oral Hershiser and Ron Robinson going at it. I gotta do this. Opening day, how are you, Jeff? Real life opening day. Lots of games to be played. And for whatever reason, the powers that be in Major League Baseball put the Red Sox on at 10 o'clock tonight. Anyway, here's how the Reds will line up for you. This is not opening day game. Game 53 for the Reds, game 50 for the Dodgers. Barry Larkin leading off at short for Cincinnati. Chris Sabo at third will bat second. Keeping the home fires burning, Cal Daniels, and left will go third. And Cal, by the way, one of the best hitters in the National League. Center fielder Eric Davis cleans up. Paul O'Neill in right will bat fifth. Nick Osaski at first will go sixth. Bo Diaz behind the plate batting seventh. Jeff Treadway at second goes eighth. Ron Robinson will bat ninth on the mound. Hershiser can go the distance for the Dodgers on the mound. And when you look at the National League Cy Young Award winner in real life, he's making start number 11. He's 30 years old. Fastball at 87 from Western New York. He is 6-3 and a season best 2.99 ERA, which gets him to 15th. And I'm not sure in this game if it's looking at all of baseball or just the National League. He last pitched on the 29th, so has had some rest and drew a loss in a 2-1 ball game against the Expos. 7 innings, 109 pitches, 5 hits, just 2 runs. Both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 6. So overall, the Bulldog has thrown 78 and a third, 61 hits, 29 runs, 26 earned, 5 homers. He has walked 22 and struck out 43. Defensively for the Dodgers, Kirk Gibson a 5 and a 3 in left, John Shelby a 5 and a 5 in center, and Davis is a 3 and an 8 in right. That's not a great outfield. Pete Guerrero is a 3 at third, Dave Anderson an 8 at short, Steve Sachs a 4 at second, Mike Marshall a 2 at first. That right side is weak. Mike Scioscia a 9 and a 6 behind the plate. Hershiser can field his position. He's at 10 range and a .939 fielding percentage. Again, it is a gorgeous afternoon here in Southern California. Winds right to left at 80 degrees as we get set to go. Barry Larkin in the first place Reds leads it off at 306, 5 homers, and 21 RBI. So Hershiser is ready. We're ready. Let's do this. Larkin, ground ball to Sachs, over to Marshall, and that's how this one starts, one away. For Chris Sabo, hitting .280, 5 homers, and 28 RBI. On the year, Hershiser went 23 and 8, and his earned run average should move closer to 2.25 by the time it all is said and done. Sabo, a good bunter, drops one down foul. First base side, the count is 0-2. Round ball to Hershiser, almost halfway to first. He flips it to Marshall, 2 out. For Cal Daniels, again, Cal, hopefully he didn't try to invest in his rookie cards for a retirement fund. Had 306, 5 homers, and 28 RBI. Fouled off Scioscia's mask. They ask Mike where he is, and he says, Anaheim. Where's the rally monkey? And since he got it in the right area code, they say he's fine. 0-1 count to Daniels. Line drive to Marshall, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Reds go in order in the first half of the first. No score. So Ron Robinson is only going to make 16 starts. Start number 11 for him. He is 26, throws the fastball at 87 and a ground ball plus pitcher. His last time out was against the Cubs on May 30th. He went 5 innings in a 6-3 win through 5 shutout innings, 81 pitches, 6 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Overall for Robinson, 50 and a third, 50 hits, 24 runs, 22 earned. The home run he allowed was against the Mets on May 7th. He has walked 17 and struck out 34, and he is 3-1 with a 3.93 ERA. Dodgers lineup is this. Steve Sachs will lead off at second. Mike Davis, for some ungodly reason, Tommy Lasorda keeps throwing him into second in the lineup in right field. Kirk Gibson in left will go third. Petey Guerrero at third will clean up. Mike Marshall at first will bat fifth. John Shelby, no relation to Carroll, in center will go sixth. Mike Scioscia behind the plate batting seventh. Dave Anderson, when he's not writing for the New York Times, is at short batting eighth. And Orel Hershiser will go ninth. Not a bad hitter, not a good hitter. Ron Robinson on a good day can give you 6. On a good day. Defensively for Cincinnati, Cal Daniels a 4 and a 6 in left. Eric Davis has tremendous range. He's a 10, but not a very good arm. It's a 2. Paul O'Neill a 5 and a 7 in right. Chris Sabo a 7 at third. Barry Larkin a 7 at short. I've asked this a couple times, and since opening day is upon us, how is Barry Larkin on the Reds broadcast? Jeff Treadway is a 6 at second. Nick Asaski a 4 at first. Bo Diaz a 7 and a 6 behind the plate. Robinson a 6 on the mound with an .875 fielding percentage. Sachs at .276, 2 homers and 13 RBI. Grounds 1 to Treadway, over to first, and 1 out. Play ball, Scotty says. This infield for the Reds, oh, by the way, all played up here in Burlington. Mike Davis at .239, 3 triples and 14 RBI. Little chopper to Treadway. Jeff throws it to first, and there's 2 out. So here's Gibby. Kirk at 286, 11 home runs, and 32 RBI. Up the middle, Treadway behind the bag, throws to first, and the Dodgers go in order. So that's what Robinson needs if he wants to pitch deep. After 1, Reds and Dodgers scoreless in Los Angeles. So Davis, O'Neill, and Asaski to face Hershiser here in the second. Eric at 330. 7 home runs and 45 RBI. He's a guy, I don't know if he had 40-40 power, but certainly 30-30, and probably 30-50 or 30-60. I say that because I'm looking there, and he only swiped 35 bags in 88. Struck him out. First for Hershiser, a 1-2 fastball outside, 1 away. So here's Paulie O'Neill. Paulie at 258. 5 home runs and 23 RBI. Little chopper down to Sachs, over to Marshall for the out, 2 away. Saw today as Nick Asaski steps in at 304. 5 homers and 22 RBI. Rainy day in Washington for the Red Sox tonight. Yeah, I'm thrilled. It's a 10-10 first pitch. I'll be a sleep. Roof extended, they like to say, for T-Mobile. The Brewers announced today that Bob Uecker will be calling opening day for them for their home opener. Ueck, who has been with the team now for 50-plus years, is 90 years old. How you doing, Mike in the truck? Asaski struck him out. Hershiser fans, too. He got Asaski to chase a changeup, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. After an inning and a half, no score. So Guerrero, Marshall, and Shelby to face Robinson here in the second. So just Monday and Wednesday next week. Appointments Tuesday and Thursday. Guerrero at 319. 4 homers and 28 RBI. Do we have to separate John and Scotty? John rooting for the Reds. Scotty, I believe, if bleeds 2 colors. Grateful Dead and Dodger Blue. Ground ball to Larkin. Barry's got it over to Asaski. 1 out. And here's Mike Marshall. Mike at 281, 7 homers and 36 RBI. My wife, Sarah, has a pair of Grateful Dead sweatpants. And I'm sure that maybe in the back of her mind she knows what they are. But for her, that's just sweatpants with teddy bears on them. And so I saw them, and I got a good chuckle out of them. I asked her where she got them. Hot Topic. Of course she got them at Hot Topic. Pitch to Marshall. Popped up left side. Larkin running into foul territory. Barry picks up the glove. Makes the catch. Against the railing, as a matter of fact. How about that? And there's 2 out. She's too hip for the room. Well, she says I'm hip to be square, but you're right. Here's John Shelby. John at 254, a homer and 12 RBI. 2 out here in the second. Struck him out. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the third here at Dodger Stadium. No score. So 7, 8, and 9 to face Hershiser. Bo at 207, 4 homers and 16 RBI. Popped up, right side. Marshall, foul territory by the dugout. Reaches in. No. Someone from Long Beach made that catch, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Into left center, Shelby motors over. 1 out. Jeff Treadway at 246, 2 homers and 18 RBI. The latest issue of a Sports Sim magazine is out. Cover story is on Al Wilson's Fascinating Baseball. Our friend Thomas Hetrick talks about his game, 80s baseball, in the issue. You can find that on any number of places, on Delphi or Facebook, where you can get your copy either in physical form or PDF. Ball 4, first base runner for the Reds as Treadway draws a full count breaking ball that was high, 1 out. This has nothing to do with the Grateful Dead. Don't go there. Ron Robinson with 1 out. Going to bunt here, you would think, hitting 214. 3 for 14 on the replay. Guerrero and Marshall play for the bunt. There goes Treadway. The throw down to Sachs, and it's a strike him out, and Treadway stole the base. So they tried the old, let's see, who was the master of that? Grady Little, and avoided the strike him out, throw him out double play. So Treadway moves to second, gets his first steal. As Robinson strikes out, here's Larkin. He's 0 for 1. Opening 9 for Hershiser, 36 pitches, 2 2/3, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Hershiser fires. There's a base hit into left field. Gibson will grab it in the alley. Treadway's going to round third, and I would imagine, they're going to try and throw him out. Gibby puts some good heat on the throw. Sosha has the ball, but Treadway's already passed him, and the first hit of the ball game makes it 1-0 Cincinnati. So credit Larkin with a single and goes to second on the throw. So here's Sabo. Chris is 0 for 1. Up the middle, Sachs has it, throws to first, and the side is retired. Reds get a run on a hit and a walk, and after 2.5, 1-0 Cincinnati. So 7, 8, and 9 to face Robinson. Sosha, Anderson, and Hershiser. Mike at 207, 2 homers, and 140 at-bats. He had 3 and 408. And 22 RBI. Robinson starts the inning, a ground ball to Wasaski. Takes it to the bag, 1 out. The Orioles sale yesterday was unanimously approved. And so hopefully this will smooth out the relationship between the ball club and the city, and no more of this Nashville talk for the Baltimore Orioles. Although they were the first American League team in the modern era, we're talking 70 years ago, to move. It was Baltimore, it was St. Louis to Baltimore, and then Philly to Kansas City. They were within a year of each other. And I may have the order wrong, but Dave Anderson at 309, no homers and 3 RBI. Struck him out. Robinson got him on a full count fastball swinging. So 2 out for Hershiser, hitting 115 with 2 triples. In fact, he had a triple on this stream. Ground ball to Larkin. Barry waits, throws to first. And that'll retire the side. Dodgers again go in order. 9 up, 9 down. And after 3, it's 1-0 Cincinnati. So Daniels, Davis, and O'Neill to face Hershiser here in the 4th. Cal is 0 for 1. And Daniels draws the walk. Hershiser takes a long look at the plate on the 3-1. Not sure that he was upset with the umpire or just upset with himself. Davis struck out his first time up. Throw to first, and Daniels is back. In the left center, Shelby moving over will make the catch, and Daniels back to first. Everybody's in first place today, including the Dodgers and the Padres. Paul O'Neill is 0 for 1. Left field, Gibson makes the catch, and Daniels has to return to first. Nick Kasaski is 0 for 1. Of course, as we start 2024, the big cloud over Los Angeles. And what did Mr. Ohtani know about his interpreter, and when did he know it? I gotta think, to be honest, if it's proven, and Major League Baseball is investigating, that Ohtani bet on baseball, he has to be done. Up the middle, that's a base hit. Shelby will field it. Daniels will go to third. The throw is cut off by Anderson. The Reds have 2 on and 2 out. Runners in the corners for Bo Diaz, who's 0 for 1. That's not a cloud, Dave says. That's smog. That's true. Mike in the truck says attempting to go to a Reds-Phils game next week if rain isn't an issue. Taking the family to Philly for a spring break. Hopefully everyone likes cheesesteaks. So Hershiser, runner on the corner, is 2 out here in the 4th. Little ground ball to Sack. Steve's got it. Throws to first. And they get Diaz. So the Reds cannot score. They'll leave on 2. A hit, a walk, no runs, no errors. And after 3.5, it's still 1-0 Cincinnati. So as we look at the standings, the Mets lead by 5.5 over Pittsburgh. St. Louis, the only other team at 500 in the East, they're 7.5 back. Reds and Dodgers, really the only 2 teams of merit in the National League West. And the lead is 3.5. San Diego is 10 back. In the American League East, as we play Saturday the 4th, Milwaukee by half a game over Toronto, a game over New York, a game and a half over Cleveland, 3 over Boston, and Detroit, 5.5 back. In the West, what a scramble. The Twins a half game over the Royals. Oakland and Seattle are just 3 percentage points apart, 1 game back. The Dodgers lead the National League in hitting at 261. They are 3rd in the National League in pitching with an earned run average of 318. But yet, Barry Larkin and Cal Daniels are prospective all-stars in their respective positions. Opening 9 for Robinson, 3 innings, 2 hits, 44 pitches. I hear nice things about that ballpark in Philly. Pitch to Sachs. Struck him out. Robinson is fan 3 as Sachs, I think, wanted a fastball and got a 1-2 change right down Broadway. I've been told that Bryce Harper is expecting another child, speaking of the Phillies. Here's Mike Davis. He's 0 for 1. First hit for the Dodgers, a ground ball left side for a base hit. So 1 out single. Here's Gibby, who's 0 for 1. Gibby really can't hit and run. Davis awaits to see if Robinson wants to play cat and mouse. He does. Throws to first. And Davis is back. And now we will go for the steal. Gibson takes the pitch, the throw down to second, and Davis has his 5th steal of the year. So the Dodgers have a runner in scoring position, a 1-strike count to Gibson and 1 out. Base hit down the line and right. O'Neill will go get it. The Dodgers have tied the ball game. O'Neill fishes it out of the corner. Gibson cruises into second with a double, and it's a 1-1 game. Big Dave, how are you? So for Gibby, that's his 8th double of the year and his 33rd RBI. Mike in the truck is being told it's a great ballpark. by the Philly fan. Great food. Walk around and enjoy it. You can see the game from anywhere on the concourse or even Ashburn Alley. Guerrero is 0 for 1. Who has the best cheesesteaks at the park, John? So the go-ahead run... Oh, you're going on Sunday. So the go-ahead run is on second one out. Struck him out. That's 4 for Robinson. A 1-2 changeup on the outside corner. And in 54 replay innings, Robinson has matched his real-life strikeout total, which he accumulated over 78 2/3. Marshall is 0 for 1. Center field, Davis. That's a high pop-up, excuse me. Larkin will grab it. Davis is going, what are you looking at me for? Larkin makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Hit is high. Hit is far. It's a ground ball to short. After 4, 1 run, the Dodgers tie it up on 2 hits and no errors. Reds and Dodgers at 1. Tony Luke's is the best cheesesteaks at the ballpark, but they announced that Primo's is returning. It'll be Treadway, Robinson, and Larkin here in the 5th. Treadway walked, stole his first base, and scored in the 3rd. Hershiser starts the 5th, right to Anderson, who throws to first for the out. Robinson struck out his first time up. I think Sterling, Jeff, just wanted to be a Broadway actor. And that's in the left field for a hit. Gibson will pick it up. Robinson takes a long turn around first. Now hitting 250 on the year. 18 batters for Hershiser, 64 pitches, 4 1/3, 3 hits. The run is earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 3. Larkin singled and has an RBI. I imagine those came together in the 3rd. Left field, Gibson has it for the out. As my neck snaps. That's not very nice. 2 out for Chris Sabo, who was 0 for 2. To first, Marshall grabs it, takes it to the bag himself, and we're halfway home. On an 82 degree day in LA, and it's 46 and sunny here in Burlington. Halfway home, 1-1. I lost my mouse again. You joined us late. Here's how we got here. Barry Larkin with an RBI single in the 3rd made a 1-0 Cincinnati in this battle for first. The Dodgers got a double from Kirk Gibson in the 4th to make it 1-1. All right, John Given, best places to get sandwiches in Philadelphia. Tony Luke's is who he recommends. No Genos, no Pats. Ron Robinson, a 2-hitter through 4. And Oral Hershiser, a 3-hitter through 5. He's walked 2 and struck out 3. Both pitchers have allowed an earned run. Roast pork. I had a roast pork sandwich last night that was very good. Wife made a tenderloin. Ate it cold with some mayo. It was very good. John Shelby struck out his first time up. Ground ball right side, base hit. So Robinson maybe could get you 6 more outs. Third hit for the Dodgers. Here's Sosha, who's 0 for 1. This might be 2. Treadway will gobble it. Larkin for 1. Asaski for 2. So 4-6-3, and Robinson gets the best friend. 2 out. For Dave Anderson, who struck out his first time up. Into left field, left center. Davis rides the Schwinn, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Dodgers can't do anything with the hit that they got, and after 5, Reds 1, Dodgers 1. So it'll be Daniels, Davis, and O'Neill here in the 6th for Cincinnati. Cal walked in his 0 for 1. And I'm being told that Geno's and Pat's are for tourists. They are awful. I'll take your word for that. We got a place downtown that does a pretty good cheesesteak. Not sure how traditional it is. I don't even know if you can get Cheese Whiz. We usually just do it with American. Pitch to Daniels. Popped up. Sosha behind the plate. Doffs the mask into foul territory. Can he get there? No. And the count is 2-2. They'll throw some hot sauce on the side. And I don't do shrooms. But you can tell them that. They do a pretty good gyro, too. The 2-2. In the right center field, Davis will pick it up for a hit. So Daniels, is he going to dig for 2? He's going for 2. The throw to Anderson, and Cal has his 14th double of the year. So nobody out. 4th hit for the Reds. Here's Eric Davis, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Ground ball to third. Guerrero over to first. Davis is running, and that's an error. So Marshall has to go get it for Guerrero. That's his 10th error of the year at third. It was a low throw. The run will score on the air, and Davis holds it first. So that bounced off his glove. It didn't advance far enough for Davis to take the extra base. But Daniels scored. He was running, and he just kept running. Yep, Pedro will do that from time to time. And that's how you get sent from L.A. to St. Louis. So Hershiser, a deep breath. He's on the wrong end of a 2-1 score. Throw to first. And Davis is back. They'll pitch out. Davis not going anywhere. So 1-ball count to O'Neill, who's 0 for 2. Drops one down. Marshall has it. Throws to Sachs covering. And the sacrifice worked. 1 out. Caught me by surprise. Davis now on second. Asaski has singled and struck out. He's 1 for 2. He draws the walk. The Goats are getting anxious. Here's Bo Diaz. Bo is 0 for 2. Hershiser could use a ground ball right about now. 2-1 Reds following the error from Guerrero. Struck him out. Hershiser takes matters into his own hands and gets him to chase an 0-2 fastball. So 2 out for Treadway, who has walked, scored, stolen the base, and is 0 for 1. Up the middle, that is Anderson. He throws to first, and that will retire the side. However, the error is costly, as the Reds get a run on a hit, and after 5.5, it's 2-1 Cincinnati. So Hershiser, Sachs, and Davis here in the 6th. Robinson starts the inning. Strike 3. That's 5. He got Oral to chase a 2-2 curve. So Robinson, 18 batters, 78 pitches, 5 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and he has struck out 5. One of those strikeouts was Steve Sachs, who's 0 for 2. To short, Larkin over to Asaski for the out. 2 away for Mike Davis. Davis singled, scored the lone Dodger run in the 4th, and stole his 5th base. Right center, Treadway going out, Davis coming in, Eric makes the catch, and that's it. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we go to the 7th here at Dodger Stadium. Wind's now howling in from right at 19. Even Don Drysdale would pitch well in those conditions. 2-1 Reds. So let's see what they do with Robinson. Pitch count-wise, he can give you the 7th. He's been quite efficient. 87 pitches through 6. He is 1 for 2. Has singled and struck out. Luis Quinones will pinch hit. So Rose will make the move. Quinones does not have a pinch hit. He's a whopping 1 for 8. That one hit was an RBI double. Strike 3. That's 5 for Hershiser. A full count fastball. Not sure what Quinones was looking for, but he didn't swing. So 27 batters deep for Hershiser. 6 1/3, 101 pitches. 4 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Larkin 1 for 3. He has singled and drove in 1 of the 2 Reds' runs. He walked him. 4th walk for Hershiser. 4 wide ones out of the zone. So here's Sabo. Chris is 0 for 3. Throw to first, and Larkin is back. And Larkin, I think, was going to try and steal. And didn't get the jump he wanted. So pitch was a curve inside to Sabo. 0-1. They'll pitch out. There goes Larkin. The throw down to Sachs. And Barry is in there for his 18th steal of the year. You're understanding why the Reds are in first place, aren't you? It's a good ball club. Pitch to Sabo. Struck him out. That's 6 for Hershiser. A 1-2 fastball inside. The Dodger fan goes, no, I don't understand how the Reds are in first. Here's Cal Daniels. He doubled and scored. Is walked. He's 1 for 2. And he draws the walk. Hershiser nonplussed by it all. 5 walks for Oral today. 2 out for Davis. Eric is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Hershiser has walked 5 and struck out 6. Larkin on second. Daniels on first. 2 out, top of the 7th. Reds are up 2-1. Got him. Stretch time, 2-1 Reds. Tim Burtsis is the new pitcher for the Reds. He's 28, fastball at 89, and since we're in Southern California, he's a Chevron standard pitcher. I think he's over from the A's. Making his 6th appearance since coming over a couple of weeks ago. pitched yesterday. He is no record with an earned run average of 324. Faced the Dodgers last night in an 11-0 shellacking. 1 inning, 17 pitches, a walk, and a strikeout. So since starting with the Reds, 8 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 4. He's good for a Watt. Kirk Gibson is 1 for 2. He has an RBI double. That came in the 4th. And he walks. So the tying run is on for Pedro Guerrero. Remember, it's Petey's error in the 6th that allowed Cal Daniels to score to make it 2-1 Cincinnati. Guerrero is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Gibby, a threat to steal. Burtsis, the lefty, throws to first, and Gibson's back. Gibson's going to try and steal the throw down to Treadway, and Kirk has his 12th steal of the year. So the Dodgers, with nobody out and a 1-strike count, have a runner in scoring position for Guerrero. So Mr. Burtsis already finding himself in the frying pan here with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. Guerrero strikes out. He watched an 0-2 change at the belt for strike 3. Tommy Lasorda in the Dodger dugout reaching for some Malox and some Slim Fast. Mike Marshall is 0 for 2. Burtsis' pitch into right center. Eric Davis moseying over, makes the grab. Gibby goes back to the bag at second and wisely does not take the base. So he'll stay. Shelby at the plate. John 1 for 2. Has singled and struck out. 2 out, bottom of the 7th in a 1-run ball game. 7 hits combined for these two teams. Slow ground ball foul first base side, and Asaski flips it to a kid wearing a Dodger hat from Oceanside. 0-2 the count. Shelby laces one down the line and left. Gibson's going to score. Daniels has it. He will throw the ball to second. Oh, he throws it in the infield. Shelby holds with a single. And Gibson ties the ball game at 2. So the Dodgers are warming up as it hits 85 degrees. Here's Sosha. Mike is 0 for 2. He's grounded into a double play. The Reds have left on 8 runners. They've had their chances. The Dodgers have only left on 1. Larkin waits for this. He's going to have to hurry a throw to first, and Sosha is out on a bang-banger. And that'll do it. The Dodgers have tied this ball game. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. They've now left on 2. We go to the 8th. It's the Reds and Dodgers tied at 2. So Hershiser will get the 8th, or at least start the inning. O'Neill, Asaski, and Diaz. Paul is 0 for 2. Right center, Shelby, 1 out. Nick Asaski, the batter. Nick 1 for 2. Has singled, walked, and struck out. And Dave Collins is going to pinch hit. Collins is a good pinch hitter, hitting .370 with an RBI. Hitting .302 overall. 2 triples and 3 RBI. 1 out, Hershiser deals. Left field goes the opposite way. Gibson is there. And that is not there. That's a ground rule double. It kind of tailed away. That wind is now moving 19 miles an hour from right to left. So Gibby thought he had it. Instead, it hits off the warning track and into the bleachers. So a 1-out double, 5th hit for the Reds. Bo Diaz is 0 for 3. He has struck out once. Hershiser's pitch, fly ball left field. Gibson will grab that. In shallow left, Collins goes back to tag. That's not deep enough to advance him 2 out. Brings up Jeff Shredway. Jeff is 0 for 2. A walk. Reached on an error and scored. Or scored on the air by Guerrero and stole a base. 2-2, 2 out, top of the 8th. Scioscia and Hershiser have a word. Left field. Gibson. And that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Reds have left on 9. The double does not hurt. No runs, a hit, and no errors. 7.5 in the books, 2-2. So Anderson, we'll see about Hershiser, and Sachs to face Bertzis in the 8th. Anderson is 0 for 2 and draws the walk, and that will be the night for Hershiser. Who can hit a lefty? Well, here comes Mickey Hatcher. As a pinch hitter, he has 5 RBIs, hitting .231 as a pinch hitter. Overall, hitting .292 with 4 doubles and 14 RBI. So the go-ahead run is on. Hatcher cannot bunt, and you're not going to hit a run with Dave Anderson at first. They throw to first, and Anderson laughs as he gets back there. Brushes off the pants. Hatcher swings over the mound, a slow ground ball. Larkin to Treadway for 1, over to O'Neill, and Barry turns 2. 6, 4, 3. So Bertzis doing his job. 2 out, nobody on for Sachs, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Struck him out. We go to the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 8, 2-2 the score. So Brian Holton is making his 20th appearance. He's 2-4 with a 5.40 ERA. You know that the Reds are not going to hit Bertzis. It'll be a pinch hitter. Brian, 29 years old. Ground ball plus pitcher. Fastball at 88. He last pitched May 31st against the Mets in a 6-1 win. He went 2 scoreless. Actually, he went 2 perfect innings on 25 pitches. He has struggled mightily. 23 1/3, 33 hits, 15 runs, which is how you have an earned run average over 5. 14 of them earned. The home run came against the Phils on the 26th of May. He has walked in while striking out 11. Buddy Bell will pinch hit. Buddy at 37 does not have a pinch hit. Overall, 175 and 6 RBI. So 9-1-2 for the Reds here in the 9th. The Dodgers will counter with the heart of their lineup. Got him. An 0-2 curve, and Bell stood there like a barn on the side of the road. 1 out. There's Larkenberry, 1 for 3. He has singled, walked, stolen a base, and driven in his 22nd run. Left field, Gibson, 2 out. For Sabo, 0 for 4. He is struck out. So Holton could use a quiet inning here. Ground ball to first. Holton's going to get it. Marshall to the bag himself. And that'll do. The Reds go in order in the ninth. Frank Williams will come in and oof. Oh man. Anyway, not a good fielder, pretty good pitcher. Bottom of the ninth, on the verge of some free baseball, 2-2. So let's tell you about Frank Williams. He's 30 years old. He's a Chevron pitcher in Southern California. Fastball at 93. Making his 14th appearance. Faced the Pirates 3 days in a row. The 27th, 28th, and a limited engagement on the 29th. On the 29th, he faced 2 batters, allowed a hit and a strikeout on 5 pitches. Overall, 11 1/3, 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He's walked 4. While striking out 9, it's Davis, Gibson, and Guerrero. Davis is 1 for 3. He has singled, stolen a base, and scored. Next run for the Dodgers, if they scored first, wins the ballgame. To third, Sabo's got it, picks it up, throws to O'Neill at first for the out. So O'Neill moves to first. He's a 3. And Dave Collins stays in the game and right. He's a 6 and an 8. Kirk Gibson is 1 for 2. He's got himself a double, a walk, a run scored, and a stolen base. Guerrero on deck, 1 out. Slow chopper to O'Neill, 2 out. So we're about to get some freebie baseball here unless Pedro Guerrero can send the patrons home happy. 87 degrees, and the wind is howling in from right at 20. It is a Santa Ana wind here. There's a ground ball over the mound. Larkin's got it. We go to the 10th. So Holton will get another inning, and after 9, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Reds and Dodgers tied at 2. So Daniels, Davis, and O'Neill to face Holton here in the 10th. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and the Reds have left on 9. The Dodgers, 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error, and they've only left on 2. The Reds have pitched brilliantly. Go ahead, Scotty, tell me they're not. Daniels has a double and has walked twice. He's 1 for 2. Rips this one to right. Davis can't get there, and that's a leadoff single. Davis should have had it. He has a good arm, but his range isn't that great. Hasn't been an error. So here's Eric Davis. Eric has struck out twice. He's 0 for 4. Popped up. Sosha to the screen. And just like in a lot of places in Southern California, there's just not enough real estate, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. To third, Guerrero has it, goes to Sachs for 1, and Marshall for 2. So it's Guerrero's error in the 6th that put the Reds up 2-1. We go to the bottom. Oh, there's 2 out. They go around the horn for the double play. Here's O'Neill, who's 0 for 3. Center field, Shelby waits, makes the catch, and now we go to the bottom of the 10th. No runs, a hit, no errors. The double play erased the runner, and after 9.5, it's still Reds 2, Dodgers 2. So Marshall, Shelby, and Sosha to face Williams here in the 10th. Mike is 0 for 3. Hit him! You never want to hit the winning run. Yep, Gardner territory. And Marshall can run, too. At least he can steal. Well, whatever it is that they were watching, I'm glad that they did. Here's Shelby. Not a good bunter. He is 2 for 3. He has singled twice, struck out, and driven in a run. And Shelby draws the walk. So first and second, nobody out for Sosha, who has 2 game-winning RBI on the year. Sosha is not a great bunter, but the Reds are playing back. So Tommy says, square. And Mike says, we did that joke in the third. Tommy says, square. Sosha does. It is down. Diaz throws to Treadway, and it worked. So second and third, 1 out. And it's going to be Mike Sharpison pinch hitting for Dave Anderson. Sharpison is hitting a very Babe Ruth 714 as a pinch hitter. He is 5 for 7 on the year. Overall, 271, no homers and 4 RBI. The entire state of Ohio was playing in. Williams, who's now tired, I wonder if he pitches here, looks at Pete Rose in the dugout. Rose is busy on the phone. Pitch to Sharpison, struck him out. He got under Chase in 0-2 fastball for strike 3. And now you got a pinch hit for Holton. And so as Danny Heap gets called in, so does John Franco. So the wheels have turned. Yep, Rose trying to get down a late bet on the Dodgers. It's too bad Shohei Ohtani's his bookie. So the wheels have turned here. Heap will not pinch hit. It is Jeff Hamilton, who was a pinch hitter, has 2 home runs and 6 RBI, and a 206 average. Overall, 237, 2 homers and 13 RBI. John Franco is the Reds' closer. He is 12 for 12 in saves, a 1-2 record in now 20 appearances, with an 0.90 ERA. Fastball at 87 and an extreme ground ball pitcher. Did not pitch last night. Last save came on the 30th, so it's been a few days. 5 to be exact. He went 4 outs in a 6-3 win over the Cubs. 26 pitches, a walk, and a strikeout. 20 innings for Franco. 13 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He has walked 6 and struck out 15. So Jeff Hamilton to try to send everyone home happy. Second and third, 2 out. 6 hits for the Reds, 4 hits for the Dodgers. Diaz puts down the sign. Franco deals. Ground ball to Larkin, and the band is gonna play on. 6-3 on the ground out. We go to the 11th, 2-2. So Sharpison stays in the game at short. Alejandro Pena gets the call on the mound. He is 2-2. A save. Nope. On an earned run average of .419, making his 19th appearance. He's 29 years old. Fastball at 92 and a ground ball plus pitcher. His nickname is Slow. Last pitched on the first against the Mets in a 4-0 loss. Inning in the third, 20 pitches, a hit and a strikeout overall for Pena. 19 in the third, 18 hits, 11 runs, 9 earned. 2 homers. He's walked 7 and struck out 20. So here is the Dodger defense. Gibson, Shelby, and Davis, the outfield. Guerrero, Sharpison at short. Sachs and Marshall. The battery, Socha and Pena. Collins came in as a pinch hitter and doubled, and then stayed in the game and right. Popped up left side. Sharpison and Guerrero. Gibson, somebody, anybody. And it's going to drop. That is a blue Texas leaguer. There were 3 Dodgers out there, and nobody could corral it. So the Reds have the go-ahead run on to start the 11th for Bo Diaz, who is 0 for 4 with a K. Pena flings it to first, and Collins is back. And Lloyd McClendon is going to pinch hit. Lloyd, as a pinch hitter, hitting 1,000. Overall, 195 and 2 RBI. So 1 on, nobody out here in the 11th. There goes Collins to throw down to Sachs, and Dave is out. A good throw and a good tag by Sachs, and it's a 1-1 count and 1 out. Sachs, Davis, and Gibson for the Dodgers once we get there in the bottom of the 11th. Got him. 2 out, a 1-2 fastball. Got him on a check swing. So here's Treadway. 0 for 3, a walk, a run, and a stolen base. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Reds. They've left on 9. 2 runs, 4 hits, an error for the Dodgers, and they've left on 4. To Marshall at first, and that will do it. So the Reds run themselves out of the inning. No runs, a hit, they don't leave anybody on, and after 10.5, it's 2-2. So top of the lineup for the Dodgers, Sachs, Davis, and Gibson. Steve has struck out twice and is 0 for 4. John Franco retired as lone batter in the 10th. To Treadway at second, over to O'Neill. 1 out. So here's Mike Davis. He will bat. 1 for 4. Stolen a base and scored. And the 1 hit, a single. Got him. 0-2 fastball. Franco got him. 2 out for Kirk Gibson. Kirk 1 for 3. A double, an RBI, a run scored, a stolen base, and a walk. And rips that one into right center field for a base hit. So the lefty-on-lefty matchup went in the favor of the Dodgers. They have the winning run on, 2 out for Pedro Guerrero, who is 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. So again, all the pressure on John Franco on this hot day now in Los Angeles. It's 88 degrees. Those Santa Ana winds blowing in at 20 from the San Gabriels in right center field. Throw to first, and Gibson isn't going anywhere. In case you're wondering, Guerrero has 7 game-winning RBI on the year. That does not mean 7 walk-offs. Just means he's driven in the game-winning run 7 times. Treadway to Larkin, and we'll go to the 12th. Dodgers get a hit. They've left on 5, and after 11, 2-2. So pinch hitter Larkin and Sabo to face Pena here in the 12th. And the ageless Dave Concepcion gets the call. As a pinch hitter, He's hitting 500 with an RBI overall. 263 with 5 RBI. Pena starts the 12th, ground ball to third. Guerrero to Marshall, 1 out. For Barry Larkin, who's 1 for 4. Barry has singled, driven in a run, stolen a base and walked. Slow chopper to Sachs, throws to Marshall, 2 out. For Chris Sabo, 0 for 5 with a strikeout. Marshall, Shelby, and Scioscia for the Dodgers in the 12th. Up the middle, Sharpison has it, throws to Marshall, and the Reds go in order. Rob Murphy, future Boston Red Sox pitcher, is on the mound, and there's that one contrarian sitting next to a goat, thinking to himself, maybe they should put a runner on second to start the inning. And the 5 people around him look at him like he's got 3 heads. Bob Murphy coming in to pitch. Rob is 28. Ground ball pitcher. Fastball at 95, making his 23rd appearance. 2-1, a 4.50 ERA. Pitched last night against the Dodgers. Didn't pitch all that well. 1 inning, 35 pitches, 3 hits, 2 unearned runs, a walk and a strikeout. Murph, 22 innings, 23 hits, 13 runs, 11 earned. A home run. He's walked 14 and struck out 23. The NBC affiliate board would like you to know that nightly news will not be seen tonight because of the length of this ball game, which started at 3:20 Eastern. The Golden Girls will start on time no matter what. Because they thank you for being a friend. Mike Marshall is 0 for 3. Shelby and Scioscia with Sharpison in the hole here in the 12th. Round ball to O'Neill. Paulie's got it. 1 out. Here's Shelby, 2 for 3. John has singled twice, walked, and struck out. Drove home one of the 2 Dodger runs. Gibson has the other RBI. Bounder to third. Sabo. 2 out. So here's Scioscia, who is 0 for 3. They got it into a double play. Presuming we go to the 13th, Daniels, Davis, and O'Neill. To Sabo. Makes a diving stop, throws to first, and we do go to the 13th. Who will that be lucky for anybody? We'll find out in a moment. No runs, no hits, no errors. Reds and Dodgers tied at 2. So Daniels, Davis, and O'Neill to face Pena. Tommy would like to get Pena through the inning because he is due to lead off or bat second in the 13th. Cal is 2 for 3. He has singled, doubled, walked twice, and scored once. Slow ground ball to Sharpison, who is just going to eat it, and the go-ahead run is on. For Eric Davis, who is 0 for 5. Grounded into a double play and struck out twice. Throw to first. Do they get Daniels? No. So the mouse wheels are turning here in Los Angeles. Struck him out. Pena got him to chase a 1-2 fastball. And so out goes Pena. And in comes Jesse Orozco. So they will double switch for Sosha. And bring in Rick Dempsey. Unusual to do, but because the bench is so there and you're going to have to burn Dempsey anyway, you might as well bring him in to catch. Orozco, who is still not on the top of my Christmas card list, making his 16th appearance, has made 6 saves, an earned run average of 162. He's 31, slider at 91, and a ground ball pitcher. He faced his old nemesis, the Mets, on May 31st, went 1 inning in a 6-1 win, 20 pitches, a hit, and a strikeout. Overall, 16 2/3, 11 hits, 3 runs all earned. He's given up 1 homer. He's walked 11 and struck out 12. So O'Neill is 0 for 4. Collins on deck, and then McClendon. They throw to first, and Daniels. Did they get him? Is caught in a run down. They throw down to Sharpenson, and they got him. So Daniels was going. Orozco read it well. It goes 1-3-6. And Rose again is on the phone. So nobody on, 2 out here in the 13th. For Paul O'Neill, who is 0 for 4. The Goats are getting giddy. Ground ball to third. Guerrero to Marshall, and the Reds ran themselves out of the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 13th. It's 2-2. So Mike Sharpenson is going to make his first in the field at bat of the year. Dempsey on deck, and then Sachs here in the 13th. Treadway waits for it, throws to O'Neill, 1 out. Here's Dempsey. Rick hitting 138 with an RBI. He is 4 for 29. This one has really been all that and a bag of chips. Struck him out. First for Murphy. Dempsey chased a 1-2 fastball, and here's Sachs, who was 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. Collins, McClendon, and Treadway in the 14th. Shallow right center. Davis rides a Schwinn. And after 13, it's still 2-2. So Dave Collins has singled and doubled. Orozco will pitch the 14th. For the Dodgers, it is the top of the line, or the heart of the lineup, Davis, Gibson, and Guerrero. Left field, Gibby parts the seas, 1 out. McClendon, who is the catcher, is 0 for 1. Going to be past Vinny's bedtime soon, yeah. So 3:20 first pitch Eastern time. It is now 7:32 for those of you expecting either the Jeopardy repeat or Cheers. I'm Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program. At least you won't get saddled with a full Lawrence Welk replay. McClendon struck out his first time up. Rips this one in the left for a base hit. Nap time anyway. Here's Treadway. He's 0 for 4. A walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. You think after 14 innings they would do a siesta? Orozco throws to first. He's already picked off 1 runner. And McClendon is back. Dempsey, by the way, a 5 and a 5 behind the plate. They pitch out. He throws down to Sharpenson, and McClendon is retired. So 2 out. And Rose's notebook is filling up. A 1-ball count to Treadway, nobody on. And Treadway draws the walk. So for the third time, the Reds have on the go-ahead run. It'll not be Rob Murphy pitching or hitting. Gardner goes seriously. He stays at the plate. Ground ball to third. They get to Sachs for the out, and that'll do it. So, 13th and a half inning stretch time here at Dodger Stadium. It's still 2-2. In the Mountain and Pacific time zones, in the Mountain and Pacific time zones only, the Dave Gardner body painting special on Sports World will be seen in its entirety. If you're in the Eastern and Central time zones, a special edition of Sports World at noon Eastern tomorrow, as Dave teaches you how to paint your own navel. So Rob Murphy really is the last chance saloon for the Reds. Davis is 1 for 5. The Reds bench is empty, I believe. Yep. Only the third string catcher, McGriff, and we're not talking Fred. McClendon, by the way, is 6 and 4 behind the plate. Davis 1 for 5. He has struck out, stolen a base, singled, and scored. Struck him out again. So a 2-2 changeup for Kirk Gibson, who was 2 for 4, singled, doubled, run scored, RBI, stolen base, and a walk. Silly me thought we'd be done about 10 minutes of 1. It's now 1:16 Eastern. Gibby draws the walk, and he's the winning run. Now, I was accused of lying yesterday. There's no guarantee that he is a winning run. He is the potential winning run. Murphy's arm is sore. Guerrero is 0 for 5. He is struck out twice. The outfield playing as deep as you can. Eric Davis is so deep in center, he's gone to the Union 76 station in center field for a Slurpee. Gipsy doesn't go. Guerrero into right, and Collins is going to pick that up on a hop. And so Gibby will hold at second, first and second, 1 out for Mike Marshall. And Scotty's dog that he's house sitting for is crossing the legs. Marshall is 0 for 4. So Gibson the winning run on second. Guerrero pulls out the Adirondack chair and sits on first. 1 out. McClendon and Murphy have a word. Line drive right field, out of play. And somebody from Los Angeles made that catch. 2-2 the count, 1 out. Shelby on deck. Murphy wins howling from the San Gabriels at 23. Struck him out. That is huge. 2 out, a 2-2 fastball in there at the belt. So John Shelby can try to win this ball game now. He's 2 for 4. Has singled twice, walked, struck out, and drove in a run. Foul back behind the plate, and the count is 0-2. Larkin, Sabo, and Daniels to face Orozco, maybe in the 15th. Struck him out. What a job from Rob Murphy. He got him to look at a fastball outside, and after 14, no runs, a hit. The Dodgers have left on 7. It's still 2-2. So here's Larkin, 1 for 5. An RBI, a stolen base, and a walk. So Orozco's going to have to go the inning. The Dodgers only have Franklin Stubbs left. Center field. Shelby. 1 out. Here's Sabo, who is 0 for 6 with a strikeout. Base hit left field. Gibson will cut it off. Sabo will go back and can steal. It's Daniels. Cal's had himself a pretty good day. He's 3 for 4. He singled twice, doubled, and walked twice. Orozco throws to first, and Sabo is back. Cal has 3 hits on the day. Sabo goes. The throw down to Sharpison, and Chris has his 17th steal. Daniels will be given first. So 1 out. The intentional walk for Eric Davis, who is 0 for 6. He has struck out 3 times and grounded into a double play. Sharpison and Sachs eagerly awaiting a ground ball. Orozco and Dempsey have a word. That word is ground ball. And the bases are loaded as Davis draws the walk. Lasorda comes out. Orozco says, I'm done. And so you know what they're going to do? They're going to bring out Fernando for 1 batter. Fernando does have a relief appearance. He is 3-2. 11 starts, a 3.56 ERA. He's 28. He throws the screwball, a ground ball plus pitcher. He went yesterday. He went 6 innings, 113 pitches, 3 hits, 4 walks, and a strikeout. But he says, I can get you 1 guy. 73 in the 3rd inning, 72 hits, 31 runs, 29 earned. 5 homers. He's walked 38 and struck out 32. O'Neill is 0 for 5. 1 out in the 15th. Bases loaded. Struck him out. A 1-2 fastball got him swinging. So here's Collins, who is 2 for 3. He has singled and doubled. Fernando used to be working an awful lot under Tommy Lasorda. Gets the ball, gets on top of the hill, delivers to Collins, who walks home a run. So Sabo will score for McClendon. Full count screwball just missed. And it's 3-2 Cincinnati. Doggy says, can we walk now? McClendon is 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Left field, Gibson in the corner. And that'll do it. After 14.5 innings, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. The Reds have left on 13. And after 14.5, it's 3-2. So the Dodgers have cleaned out their bench. It's Franklin Stubbs, who does have a pinch hit home run and 2 RBI. Overall, 216, 2 homers, and 8 RBI. And Murph is pitching his 3rd inning. Ball 4, and the tying run is on for Sharpison, who is 0 for 1. He is the winning run. He does not have any power. Dempsey on deck. And the Dodgers are just going to be patient as they work with the tiring Rob Murphy. To Murph, Treadway for 1, O'Neill for 2. And the Dodgers are down to their last chance saloon needing a run. And it's Rick Dempsey who struck out his first time up. So Murphy, 3 2/3. He had to bat, for goodness sakes. And if he wins this game, he's your Digital Dice MVP. Base hit left center field. And Dempsey with a long turnaround first. And that'll bring up Steve Sachs. Sachs can homer. It's unlikely, but he can do it. He is 0 for 6 today with 2 strikeouts. Murphy is pitching on the fumes from a 10th grade girl's bottle whiteout. Gets away from McClendon and Dempsey moves to second. So the tying run has moved up 90. And a 1-2 count to Steve Sachs. Murphy, who rubs up the baseball looking at the Budweiser ads up there going, I just want one either way. Left field, Daniels, hooking, makes the catch, and the Reds hang on to win it. Oh my goodness gracious. In 15 innings, it took 5 hours and 16 minutes to play. And so the Golden Girls will be seen in its entirety next on NBC. Because literally, we took it right up there. Oh my word. 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The Reds left on 13. The Dodgers, 2 runs, 7 hits, and error, and they leave on 8. Murphy keeps it booking for Pete. Rob Murphy is your Digital Dice MVP. He was on short rest. He had 20 pitches at most. He throws 4 innings of 2-hit ball. He walked 2 and struck out 4. And Rob Murphy, for all you do, this bud's for you. Orozco takes the hard luck loss. And Valenzuela, I mean, this was October in June. And the final score, the Reds 3, the Dodgers 2. What a ball game. So the lead now is 4.5. Elsewhere, Roger Clemens strikes out 12, shuts out the Blue Jays. 6-0. He allows a 4-hitter. Ellisberg's 3 for 4, hits a 7th and drives in 3. Montreal goes into Pittsburgh and beats them 6-5. Denny Martinez 4 5. Doug Drabeck 7 2. Bobby Badilla 2 homers. Now is 14, 2 for 4, and drives in 3. Mets beat the Cubs at Shea 8-1. Ron Darling 7 2. Neil Lancaster falls to 1 3. Darryl Strawberry 3 for 4 with 3 doubles. Giants beat the Astros 3-2. Mike Lacoste 1 5. Poor Nolan Ryan can't catch a break. He's 2 8. Candy Maldonado 3 for 4, 2 RBI and a double. Again, the epic in LA. Reds 3, Dodgers 2. Phillies beat the Cardinals 4-2. Raleigh 4 4. Chris Carpenter 0 3. Pena 2 for 4, hits a 6. Yankees beat the Orioles 11-4. Rick Rhoden goes to 2 4. Mike Boddicker 3 7. Pagliarulo 2 for 2 with a double. Tigers beat the Indians 4-3. Doyle Alexander 3 6. Tom Candiotti 6 6. Pat Sheridan 2 for 4. Hits his 3rd. Texas 12-1 over the White Sox. Jeff Russell 2 2. Jack McDowell 4 5. And Cavilla 3 for 5 and a double. Seattle 4-2 over the Royals in 10, and it's now a 3-way tie in the American League West. Reed, Jerry, when you're hot, you're hot. 4-1. Charlie Lebrant falls to 6-5. Harold Reynolds hits his fourth. 1 for 3 in the stolen base. Oakland 4-2 over the Twins. Storm Davis 5-3. Burt Blyleven 3-6. Canseco hits his 10th. Drives in 3, goes 2 for 4. California all over Milwaukee 8-1. Petrie 4-8. Teddy Higuera falls to 5-4. Wally Joyner 2 doubles, 2 RBI, 3 for 5. Jimmy Jones 9 innings of 4-hit ball, striking out 7. The Padres shut out the Braves 3-0. He goes to 5-4. Pete Smith falls to 3-5. Benito Santiago 2 for 4. A double and a stolen base. Monday, Oakland and KC. Clemens and John, geez. But we'll take Oakland and KC. Wednesday, just the 2 games next week. It'll be Minnesota and Seattle. So that's what we got. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy opening day and all that. We'll talk to you the next time. So long, everybody.